Welcome, and thank you for joining us for another one of Mike and Billy's whiskey reviews. By now you should know, I'm Mike and this is Billy.
Am I though?
And today we bring you the Glenlivet 18-year-old, 43% ABV. Billy, you pick up this bottle today. What do you want to say about it, my friend?
120 bucks. Q3 17.
Not cheap.
Not not one of our $50 bottles. The first thing I notice about this, it's got some heft.
It's
like your girlfriend. It's thick. Look at the thickness of that bottle, man. Like, this is great. It's your typical shape, bloop, bloop, whatever. But the one thing I did love about this bottle, whoever's doing the design work back there, they did like a color on color situation, and it's got the Glenlivet thing. Sexy as hell. You know, I think one thing I do not like, Mike.
Tell me.
There's enough plastic in the ocean already, and these Scotch people love to make these extravagant boxes and what have you. Like, it's about just sell the bottle, guys. Come on. At this point, what are we like CDs? Remember when they used to have all the extra shit? Then they went thinner and thinner and thinner, and like, boom. Come on, just sell the bottle. Just sell the bottle.
Like literally, CDs used to be plastic. They were hard plastic covered in a thin plastic.
Right.
Covered
more
in
plastic inside.
a plastic box that came in. Ridiculous.
Come on, step your game up.
So, Glenlivet, a Speyside distillery, a very popular, famous name in Scotch whiskey.
Didn't we do the 12?
We did the 12, we did the 21.
Okay.
I think those are the two that we've done so far. We haven't done the 15, we haven't done the 25. That's basically the core range as far as the age statement goes. But this is, if you drink Scotch whiskey, you've heard the Glenlivet 18. This is, unfortunately, chill filtered and artificially colored, which I don't think they need to do it that way because it's a pretty good whiskey, in my opinion. Glenlivet, I believe, is located on the River Spey in Speyside. So this, I know I've heard is mainly ex-American bourbon barrels, but I believe a little bit of it also sherry barrels. I don't know if they're first fill or second fill. They don't really say, but let's get to the nose.
Not gonna lie to you, we did try this earlier, which is why we didn't
open the bottle, but still fairly full bottle.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Fairly
Well,
full.
I bought that, so it's full, obviously.
I'm not going to really focus too much on the color because it is artificially colored, but it's caramel color. I don't want to get too far into that. Let's talk about the legs, Bill. What are you looking at as far as the legs?
Slow, but once they get started, they're nice.
They got some good space in between them as well.
Yeah.
They're not like, it's not like the stream of legs. It's kind of, here's one, here's one.
I had an ex-girlfriend that had a really lot of space between her legs. Nothing.
No.
You can laugh at that, folks. This isn't a serious channel.
Don't take yourself too seriously.
This isn't Ralphie. Come on.
Okay, so, Billy, on the nose. What are you picking up, my friend?
I'm getting like a honey sweet oakiness. Like the very first thing I immediately just like, you get the oak, yes.
Yes.
You get the sweetness, and I don't know if it's honey. I don't know if it's like a dark plummy fruit kind of thing. But there's something going on there, and I literally don't know what it is.
I get all the same things you're getting. I'm getting the oakiness. I'm getting sweetness. Maybe it's honey. Probably honey. Maybe caramel. Maybe like a honeyed caramel.
Maybe vanilla.
I definitely think I'm getting vanilla. Typical ex-American bourbon barrel flavors. This is, I believe, from what I've been able to read, mostly ex-American bourbon. So you're going to get vanilla, you're going to get honey, you're going to get caramel. I'm getting all those things, but
You're going to get laid later, probably.
And I'm really not picking up a ton of the sherry. I think everyone will at some point, right?
Not me, probably.
I mean, that's in everyone's future.
If anyone wants to have sex with me, not men, let me know.
Okay, so, sex aside.
Do we have female followers?
Yeah, like 5. Her, once she's one of them.
Hey, ladies.
I'm not getting anything overly negative in any direction. Like, this is a very clean, fresh nose. It's not anything over the top in any way, shape, or form.
I almost get like a popcorny thing. Like a buttery...
This is an underrated whiskey. I'll say that. I know a lot of people... This was a whiskey I tried early in my whiskey journey, and I liked it. I never bought another bottle of it. I went on things that were either more sherried or more peated or just more extreme in one way or the other. But there's a reason why Glenlivet sells so much whiskey. Part of it's advertising, part of it's the availability, but also part of it is it's a really good whiskey, and it's really easy to enjoy a whiskey like this. It is sweet, it's oaky. For being aged 18 years and having some sherry cask in them, there's no bitterness or anything. Like, it's just a really nice, well-rounded, whiskey that gives you some nice flavors that are really nice for the summertime or the spring or the autumn or winter for that matter. I would drink this whiskey anytime. Billy, what are you picking up on the palate, my friend?
Oaky. Just like the nose. I'm getting a lot of like a cherry, like a dark cherry. I want to say like those terrible, if you're from America, those terrible, really cheap chocolate covered cherries you get for your mom every year for Christmas. The ones that don't have the cream in them, they have the juice in them. It's really not juice. It's probably Karo syrup or corn syrup. I'm getting that kind of weird candied cherry flavor. The oakiness for sure, like I said, but it's a sweeter oakiness. It's not like a.
It is sweet.
It's not like I just chewed on a piece of fucking. You know what I mean? I like this a lot. Please go away.
It is a little bit more sherry.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the cherry flavor comes into. There is a bit more bitterness from the tannins on the.
There is a little you do, yes.
On the palate, not on the nose, but on the palate, you definitely had it on the palate.
But I love bitter, so this is one of those things where I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
This is my first time with this one. Mike's clearly had this before.
Yeah. Not a long time though. My palate's changed a lot since the last time I had this.
Oh.
Quite a bit.
Oh, look, he's stirring my glass for me.
Ah, you know.
Bromance. Hello.
Just try to get a little bit of the
Mike,
water intermingling.
Do you shave your arms?
Yeah.
Sexy. I don't.
All right. So Billy, with water, is this opened up or changed anything at all?
Let's have a look.
You know, I don't know if it's because you said it, but I do, and now I am picking up the cherry flavor more. But I feel like I'm picking up more caramel as well. Still really sweet. More vanilla now with a little bit of
weird
water.
to me?
What's that?
I'd say 80% of the time we add water, it gets a little, mellowed out. I think this actually got stronger.
The smell did, I think. I smell more vanilla now. I get
For
your
sure.
cherry.
The sweetness really comes
Oh
out.
yeah, and the caramel. So any sweet notes are really more prominent now.
Wow, I like that. Wow.
You know, and when it's 43%, I'm always hesitant to add too much water.
Right.
But this is one that's really, at least on the nose, has reacted extremely well.
What'd you do, a capful?
No, I never do that much. I
Cap.
usually, when you see me with a cap on camera, what I usually do is I'll pour maybe a third of the cap full in water, and I'll split it between the two of us. And usually I have some extra. I'll throw it on the ground for someone to trip on later.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Usually,
my insurance isn't high enough.
Yeah, usually we do these whiskey reviews after everyone's cleaned up and gone home. So, they're expecting a clean form, they walk in tomorrow. I would like to dispel that myth.
We're going to put some butter on there.
Got a nice nose. I mean, it really is.
Honestly, it's just got so much sweeter and just so beautiful.
And this is another example of Glenlivet is an
Kind of smells like Irish Springs a little bit. Like if you're in the shower. But a bit of Irish Springs.
There is like a clean soapiness smell to it.
But not in a weird like, ugh.
Not like you bit a bar of soap, like you swore when you were a kid. Like you ever seen the Christmas Story? And they put the bar of soap in the kid's mouth. Not like that intense.
Lover
but like
boy.
when you lather up.
Please continue.
When you lather up, it's that fresh, bubbly, soapy smell. And again, Glenlivet is an easily overlooked bottle. But I tell you what, 15-year-old French Oak's a good whiskey. This is a good whiskey. I've had the 25 one time, and that's nice and silky, but the 21-year-old, which we brought in, I believe Whiskey Review 21, was a bit of a disappointment for the money. That's about a $220 bottle. And I don't think it's worth it compared to this bottle. It's about, we say, 120 today?
Yeah, 120. Yeah.
120 bucks today. And this is a really good whiskey for that price point.
By the way,
really good whiskey.
Exact same thing to have to your nose happens on the palate.
Give it to me with water. Give me the
Bro, try it. It just got so much sweeter, so much more. I don't want to say deep, but it really opened up a lot. Like you can really the caramel now. I wasn't feeling the caramel before. The caramel is ridiculous on this one. Now I'm getting those vanilla hints that you were talking about. That kind of cherry dark chocolatey thing went away from me. Wow. I know you were saying you're really into this. This wouldn't be something that I would buy on the regular, but this would be like a fantastic. You just had Christmas dinner with your family. You want something to kind of liven the place up. This would be perfect for everyone. This is an all-around, just a great, great whiskey. And it's not too peaty. Like me and you are peaty people. We love peat. We like that heavy, intense, whatever.
Bite.
was gonna say shit. But this is one of those ones where like you could give some to the kids, give some to grandma. Everyone would love this.
Yeah, this is a whiskey that should be palatable for a lot of people. And with water on the palate, same things you get, the vanilla, the caramel. Something I wasn't picking up initially, though, is I get a nuttiness that I wasn't initially getting with neat. And I'm also getting a little bit of spice that I wasn't getting before. I think a little bit like a light cinnamon. So with water, I'm picking up a light cinnamon and like an almond-type characteristic to it where I didn't before neat.
Yeah.
You know, on one of my, I'm part of a whiskey group on Facebook, a couple of them actually, but the one I'm referring to is Scotch Addicts. And a couple guys will run this whiskey group, and there has been lately, the last month or so, this raging debate on whether or not you add water to whiskey. Raging debate. And what a lot of people, you know, so most Scotch...
Depends on how much money you have.
Most single malt heads say, no, we like it neat, we don't want water, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And then everyone's been posting these studies where it says you add water into whiskey and it makes it better. My take was always this.
I read that article.
And I commented on that whiskey group.
It depends on the whiskey.
Right. And that was my point. It really depends on the whiskey. Some whiskeys, they take water really well and it actually benefits them. Some don't. And it's really weird which ones do and which ones don't. Because essentially the theory is you bring it down to a 35 to 40% ABV and that's perfect for smelling and tasting. But to me it's almost been the opposite.
Yeah.
A lot of 43% whiskeys such as this, such as the Macallan 18 and a few other whiskeys, I almost feel like lower ABVs whiskeys take water really well to where a whiskey, say like a Cask Strength Lafroy 10 or a Beaumar's Devil Cask. I don't know if if water does them any favors.
Does it really do anything?
It separates the flavors, but it almost feels like it's more alcohol front when you do a higher ABV. But maybe that's just me. Please comment in the section.
I am not a huge fan of the big... When we do the big ABVs, you've seen me. You've seen videos where I'm like, literally, I have to spit in the trash can. Like, it's getting me. Like, I am not a huge fan of the high ABVs. Not at all. And I hate when we do them. And every time we do them, I'm like, the whole day, I'm just like, God damn it.
Good thing we do it at the end of the day then, right?
Right. Well, I work all day on Saturdays, which is when we normally film our videos. So Mike just lays around the house doing nothing with his girlfriend, Amanda, or whatever her name is.
So, Billy, let me ask you this. This whiskey here, I am at an 89 out of 100.
90.
Yeah. This is a really good whiskey.
It's great.
This
will be a great gift as well.
It presents well. The box, and again, the bottle is nice. Got to hit the heavy
Christmas
glass.
is coming. This will be a great gift for someone, and anybody you know who's a Scotch drinker. I think this would be a great gift.
I don't know any really Scotch lover that wouldn't like this whiskey.
Oh God, no. Yeah, they got that oakiness. You got it's just a great. I can't. Because if there were scratch and sniff videos, we should have that. Because,
like you said, we love smoky peaty whiskey, but we still really appreciate this.
Absolutely.
I know people like heavily sherried whiskeys, and they still really appreciate this.
Well, it's got that cherry sweetness. There's something so sweet about it. I wish I could.
So sweet.
I wish I could like put my thumb on it, but there's something really sweet about it.
And even though there's not peat in this, there's wood smoke.
Oh yeah.
Because of the age.
Oh yeah.
You know, another whiskey that's like that is if you ever had the Macallan 21-year-old Fine Oak, no peat. I don't believe in the making of that whiskey.
We do that?
Yeah.
We did do that.
Yeah, whiskey like 34, I believe. But that particular whiskey, there is a smokiness to it, but it's smoke from the wood.
Yeah.
It's been that wood for, you know, when you're talking almost 2 decades in wood,
right?
It's going to pick up more than just flavor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little charcoal, you know, a little smoke.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a little bit of ash. Not that I'm getting a lot of those flavors in here. I'm just saying, in general, a lot of times I think that people, myself included, have confused the difference between peat smoke and wood smoke. This is wood smoke. Your opinion, Bill?
Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. This is just a fantastic whiskey. So, not mad about it at all.
So Billy's at 90, I'm at 89. I think those are pretty fair scores. I think this is a really good whiskey. Again, as I said a few times, a very underappreciated whiskey. So tell us what you think down in the comment section, and do please comment, as well as give us a like if you're watching this video. It costs you nothing.
Also, we want to give a shout out to Malted Man Cave. We got some whiskeys for you that he's bringing. I'm not going to be there, unfortunately. So hook it up.
Yeah, we're starting our
follow Malted Man Cave.
Yeah, we're starting our Central Ohio Whiskey Club. So we're going to put a Facebook page out there to do a few things. So for any of you watching in the Ohio area or Central Ohio area.
Or anywhere, who cares? We're going to be talking about whiskey.
Yeah, we're going to buy whiskey on the Facebook page in the club, so feel free to check that out. But as always, we want to thank you for joining us for another one of Mike and Billy's Whiskey Reviews, and
As always,
happy
happy
drinking.
drinking.